Hey there, welcome to Hermit. I'm Ashley.
And I'm Jackie. We're so excited to invite you into our safe space. Hermit Haven is like a cozy little hideout where we can celebrate being confident in ourselves as we find happiness in quiet moments.
So grab your favorite blanket and your favorite drink, and let's dive into today's episode.
Hi, I'm Jackie. Welcome back to Hermit Haven.
Hi, I'm Ashley. We're so excited to have you this week. This week, we're going to be talking about you don't have to stress for the holidays because no matter what, you are still Superwoman. I feel like so many times I think we talked a little bit about this on the last episode too. Like, you have to feel like you have to do it all, and you don't. Like, that's how it becomes not a joyful holiday whatsoever. Like, yes, and it's okay to have like a million ideas, but like again, you don't have to be Superwoman. Whatever you do, you are still Superwoman.
Yeah, I sometimes I forget to factor in all of the school stuff for my boys in our holiday excitement. And then I look through the week and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much going on. And so I'm trying to learn to look ahead in the week and be like, we probably shouldn't do this on this day because we have this going on, because there's a lot that goes on in the holidays at the schools and stuff, and it's so exciting and I want to be a part of it, but also I know myself really well and I know that I have to give myself extra time, like we've been talking about. It's just the kind of person that I am. And something else that I've been thinking about, because I don't know, now that I've been feeling more like myself, I have been in this battle of my mental health for a few months. And so I was really ramping up all the things I've been doing. And I think I know that I'm the type of person that I'm very all or nothing sometimes. And so when I'm making just my schedule through the week, I have the task list. And if I don't do the task list, each task to completion, if that makes sense, if I'm oh, I'm gonna deep clean the bathroom, and then I'm oh, but I didn't do this in the bathroom, I didn't do that in the bathroom. I think what I need to do, I feel like this ties in because in the holidays there's so much going on. You have to it's not just the holiday stuff. It's your entire life. You have to really rein in and be it's okay if you don't do every single task. And so I have to remember this because this past week I was oh, but I didn't do this. And I didn't wipe this part down. So therefore I didn't clean the whole bathroom, even though I spent who knows how long cleaning the stupid bathroom. And I think I have to set myself on timers is where I'm going with this. I need to be this is my task, but also give myself a set amount of time, because otherwise said task can take over more of my time than it needs to. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to wipe every single surface in a bathroom, scrub it a million times over, and that be the only reason I can check off. Does that make sense? I won't check it off if I'm oh, but I didn't do XYZ, so therefore I didn't deep clean the bathroom, even though it's 2 hours later. And I'm what?
I feel,
You know?
yeah, I feel like too this season, you have to give yourself grace. So even though you missed one spot, one part, it happens, right? You still did it, right? You still had the intentions to go in there and do it. And I think so many times when we think holidays, we think perfection because when we were growing up, we saw it as the eyes of a kid, right? How our mothers and fathers, made this special time for us. We didn't see, maybe them, being it was at 350 or was it 400? We're supposed to cook it on. You forgot to put the timer on. Man, we're gonna have to wake up the kids and we're gonna have to go get groceries. Then and that, we didn't see the behind the scenes. We didn't see our mother oh my god, I'm gonna have to wash the pajamas. He spit up all over them. We're gonna have to wash them before tomorrow. We didn't see that. We didn't. And I think so many times because all we saw was this in our head how perfect the holidays were. We think now as parents, as adults, we have to give that same level. But in reality, it wasn't about perfection. It was about them showing up to make it special. If it was matching pajamas, if it was baking pancakes, if it was baking sugar cookies, right? Or if it was just going to school functions, right? I think that's what this episode is about too, is really understanding that you showing up is what matters. It doesn't matter how you show up, it's you showing up. So I feel like so many times, like in my head, I want to do this like Pinterest project with him, and then I never do it. I don't do any project, and I'm like, dun dun dun. Like just block out 20 minutes from your schedule, maybe instead of deep cleaning, the inside of the pantry that's going to get messy anyway all holiday season, right? Skip that task and spend 20 minutes crafting with your children, right? Or craft for yourself, right? Make like a vision board, like a cozy board, right? Like a scrapbook. I don't know. Like that's what I think is just so like special about this holiday is we think we have to do so much, but that's not what this holiday is about. It's about creating joy for people around us and creating joy for ourselves.
Yeah.
And so like don't stress the little things.
I know. And if I'm stressing about, not wiping a baseboard or something in my bathroom and therefore I didn't deep clean the bathroom, like if I'm stressing about that, that stress then carries over into like all other things. And then I can't sit there and be like excited. Not that I can't, it's just like in my head. Do you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so we have to give ourselves like a lot more grace. Like we really do. And yeah, I'm personally, we're not the like take Christmas pictures to have Christmas cards or Hanukkah cards. Like we're not that family. I think Glenn and I started doing that maybe like the first couple years that we were married, but then like that, like I was like, that's just not me. That's just not what I want. I think they're so cute and I have friends that send them to me and I think they're adorable and I love getting them. But that's just not it. I don't know. It's just not a priority to me. We don't do matching pajamas. I think they're so stinking adorable, but it's just not my thing. And so we do, cookies and decorate cookies. And we have like, whenever we put the tree up, which like I did not grow up, you didn't grow up with a tree, did you?
No.
Right. So we didn't neither of us grow up with trees. And so I think decorating the tree is so fun because I didn't grow up decorating, I didn't grow up celebrating Christmas or decorating Christmas tree. And so we will watch, what is the movie with the train? Polar Express.
Mhm.
We watch the Polar Express and decorate the tree together. We usually do it closer to Christmas because we get a real tree. Um, and I don't know, we just have like little things that we've like traditions that we've created. And then Hanukkah is earlier this year than it was last year. So I have to figure out what we're going to do for that. But like, I don't know. I don't want to do the most. I just want to like have special moments. And I think some people are meant to do way more than me. They love it and they thrive on like doing all the things and being out and about. I know that that takes away my social energy. And so that's not
Mhm.
exciting to me to do. So, it's just knowing what you want to do and making a list. I need to start making a list of like the little like we go to see the lights at like the Altamont Cranes Roost area. Um, we go see those every year and like I just want to make a list of like those little things that we want to make sure to not forget. That way they don't get pushed out of the way with everything else that's going on. So I need to make a list and I also need to give myself grace. And I think I just need to set some timers and make myself stop doing certain tasks after a certain time period because I don't need added stress, especially during the holidays. There's so much going on. Like, I just don't need it. I feel like the holidays and then like end of school year rival for like the busiest time of
No, that
my
makes sense. I feel like too, it's okay not to know what you want to do this holiday season. I feel like, right, like we're not with you right now holding your hand, knowing exactly what's going on in your life, right? But there could be so much going on in your personal life that the holiday season doesn't even feel like something you can actually enjoy right now. And that's okay, right? Maybe you sit down and say, if I look back in this, look back on this holiday season, I'm not, what is one memory I want? And focus on that. And I think sometimes we think we need to have the perfect meal, we have to have the perfect everything, perfect craft for our kids, perfect ornaments, perfect tree, or, the perfect plan, or, but that's what brings the stress. There's no joy there. Sometimes the most spontaneous plans are the best. Like, and I think too, this is the season to say yes more to your kids and not on presents, not physical things, but memories. Like, I think this is a season where we have to stop, slow down in our daily life, like work is work. It's never going to stop ending. You're going to show up to your job no matter what. You know, laundry is going to pile up no matter what. If you stop at one for one day, same thing with the dishes. If you don't do dishes for one day, it's going to pile up. It is what it is, right? And I know some people can't sleep with dishes in the sink, and I know some people can't sleep with laundry in the whatever it is, right? And we all have things that make us feel better before we go to bed, and we have to honor that too. So if you are that type of person that know you need to have the house clean before bed, then you need to put that in your schedule. You need to honor yourself too, because that's going to cause stress too, is not honoring what you need also this holiday season. But I think at the end of the day, this is the season to say, when your kids ask, "Hey, can we eat ice cream for breakfast?" Sure, why not, right? Because these are the holiday memories they're going to remember. They're not going to remember they were 7. They're not going to remember they were 10. They're not going to remember what year it is. They're just going to remember one day. There was one time I asked mom if we can have ice cream for breakfast, and it was like freezing cold outside already, and it was a snow day, and my mom said yes, right? And you're going to look back and you're going to be on the other side that table listening to your child be so proud of that memory you helped them make. And I think that's what this season's about, is eliminating things that make you feel you're not yourself, eliminating things that make you feel that you have too much on your plate, and instead honoring everyone around us.
Yeah. And if there's certain people that you need to like kind of back away from to not be around as much because it just doesn't make you feel like the best you, like that's fine too. Like and it's kind of the perfect time because holidays are so busy and so it's like, oh, like I can't because we got this going on. You know, like it's the perfect time to kind of like reevaluate like who do I really want around me. And also like something I think about for the holidays, Glenn and I were just talking about this because we just took the boys to Universal and I was talking to him and I was like, you know, I hope that they remember some of this, but like the reality is that they're 4 and 9. So like how much are they going to remember? I don't know, but it's really it's not really like it's for them, but it's for me looking at them. It's for me seeing their joy. And so just remember that over the holidays too, is like some of the stuff that you're going to be doing this holiday season, your kids aren't even going to remember, and that's okay. Like it's for you to see their joy. So make sure that's something that you're going to enjoy too, because you're the one that's going to remember it. And, you know, so, and take photos and videos. Like I've been trying to take so many more videos because I just love looking back and like just seeing their expressions and seeing how they were at that age and how they said things and how they talked and like their excitement for the holidays. And they're only, you know, I don't know, they grow up so fast. And I know like, you know, both of my boys like still believe in a lot of like magic stuff and I don't know when that will end. And so I'm just like trying to bring the magic as much as I can, like while they still believe. And that is up to me and I don't want to put more on myself than I have to. So I, you know, I'm really careful about that. And we do have little magical people that come visit us in December. To send some elves to us. And I didn't like we didn't have that until like 2 years ago because I couldn't handle that. I think actually, funny enough, it was 2023, the crazy year for me. I was just thinking, I don't think I did very much in 2023. 2023, me and me now are two very different people, and that's okay too. If you know, I can do way more now than I could in 2023, or opposite, if I did a lot last year and I just physically like mentally cannot handle as much this year, that's fair too. It doesn't have to be the exact same. But I think ironically that is when Santa sent his little elves to us, is in 2023 when I was having like a mental breakdown. Maybe that, maybe that's part of what saved me during the holidays. I don't know. And I think a lot of people are like, I can't handle having little elves running around the house every day and making magic. And I'm like, well, I do it in a way that I can handle. It's so just because I see, you know, other elves doing other crazy things doesn't mean that that's what my elves have to do. And so I just feel like that's a good takeaway for the holidays. It's just because you see other people doing other stuff doesn't mean that you have to do that. I have a lot of friends that are like, I cannot handle that. I can't have elves. No elves at our house, can't handle them coming in, doing all kinds of crazy things. And I totally understand that. I think it's just like you have to do what you can handle. I don't do as much going out things. So I can
I think
handle at home things.
I think so many times too, we see all these people like post about like their traditions and then that tradition becomes like a viral thing so everyone wants to do it. But like remember before the internet, it wasn't like that. Like you create your own traditions in your house, like or
Yeah.
you heard about it from someone else. And it's okay too that every year it might look a little different. Maybe because your kids are getting older, maybe mentally you can't handle it. Maybe you're not home this season, right? And and I think that's the thing too is don't stress that it's not perfect. Don't stress what your friend is doing. Don't stress what the internet's doing. Don't stress, right? You are going to show up and your kids are going to appreciate you. And it doesn't, again, this is not just for women that have children. So if you are showing up for your partner, or you're showing up for someone you work with, or you're showing up for your grandparents or your family, right? Sometimes we have to remember that it's not about what we do, how we do it, how long we do it. It's about just showing up as you. And I think just showing up as you takes away so much stress. And I think too, we have to remember how simple things can be, right? Like we think it has to be this like crazy, amazing thing. Like we think, okay, well, if we're gonna, have Christmas off, we're gonna have to go on a Christmas break like everyone else in America and spend a week away at some resort and do this. But maybe that's not what your family needs. Maybe your family needs connection inside the house. Maybe your family needs to do crafts. Maybe your family needs to go to the local park. And maybe it's just something simple. Like Ari is what? He's like 5, 6 months old. And I was thinking about this when the leaves started falling and I thought about, he doesn't need a pumpkin patch. He doesn't need apple picking. He doesn't need the library. He just needs to sit outside under a tree and watch the leaves fall because that's what he needs. And I think so many times we think because it's under the branch of Christmas that every age needs to do it. No, it could just be so simple, right? And I think so many times we forget too that everyone wants to be involved because it's being involved is the memory part.
Yeah. And like a good example is like every year my decor, my I don't buy new decor. Why does it sound so weird when I say that? I don't buy new Halloween slash fall or Christmas slash Hanukkah decor. Typically, I don't buy a lot. I use the same stuff every single year because like I have it. But also my decor looks different every year because some years I can handle having like total like 90s Christmas, like Hanukkah, like back in the day when everything was like handmade and like crazy and whatever. Like sometimes I can handle that, and sometimes I can handle just like a few things out, and that's it. And like like obviously now we're past Halloween, and so I see all the girls putting all their Christmas stuff, and like I love that for them. I love it. I love seeing it. So fun. My house, I cannot handle more stuff up. I just took everything down from Halloween and now I just need like a clean slate for like quite a while before I can put more things out because otherwise I'll be so overstimulated with having a bunch of stuff. And so everyone's just different and everyone wants different things. I just think that's like the overall most important thing to remember. I mean, in life, but definitely during the holidays, is that everyone wants different things. And so your house is not going to look like someone else's. It's not supposed to. And like your holiday stuff is not going to look like someone else's. Your presents aren't going to look like someone else's. Like everyone's so different. Some people don't even like giving presents. They're physical presents. They do like family things together, right? Like they just go on trips. Like everyone's so different in what they want, and all of it is correct. All of it is right. Even if you don't have a tree out, like you celebrate Christmas, but you don't have a tree out because I don't know, you don't want one or you don't feel like putting it up this year, whatever. Like that's fine. People may hate on that, but like I think it's fine. I just think whatever you need this year is what you need this year, and it might change next year. It might have been different from last year.
I feel
Cool.
like
Go do
too,
it.
I feel like to get creative. Like if you can't afford, the nicest Christmas tree, like how can you get the cheapest Christmas tree and still make it feel the nicest, right? I feel like so many times that we get so stressed because of an idea instead of like getting creative and figuring out a better solution, right? Like maybe you guys have a holiday budget and you're just like, oh, and you're trying to figure out how to like, save some money. So maybe instead of buying wrapping paper, use newspaper. Or maybe instead of using wrapping paper, ask the kids to color. coloring sheets and use those, right? Like, I think so many times when we think of this idea of the holidays, we think perfection. And we have to have this or it's not going to be what we want. And I think that's what's fun about the holidays is get creative, have fun. Remember, no matter how you show up, you're still Superwoman. It doesn't matter if it's a 20 course meal, or you invite everyone over for dessert after the main dish at someone else's house. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't have to, and that's what I'm saying, be creative, right? You might want to show up in a certain way, but you can't handle it. So find a way to still show up in that way, but creatively for you, it to work for you. Or maybe your kids want the newest present, but you can't afford it. So maybe go thrifting for it, right? Like, I think we think it has to be brand new. It has to be this. It has to be that. It doesn't. That it's the holidays. I think the holidays, sometimes we forget the holidays is here to teach us that this is a time of connection. This is a time to start over. This is a time to create. This is a time to think outside the box. This is a time to show up for everyone. I think in the daily day life, we don't show up with these fun crafts. We don't show up with like the same things. And again, it might, and everyone's life is different. So you might be like, oh, well, I do all this stuff already. How can I then elevate the holidays, right? And how can I make it more and not be stress? And then that's the question for you too. Then you have to write down what you already are doing, what you already are accomplishing, and then go from there. What maybe add one thing, maybe add two things. Or, maybe you said like Jackie is saying, like, she once upon a time ago was gonna like, they did family photos. And now that's just not their thing, right? But maybe one day Jackie goes, I'm gonna try family photos again, right? Well, maybe it was the way that they're doing family photos, right? Instead of finding these fancy photos and going somewhere to take these fancy photos, maybe it's just, you know, taking a goofy photo and in front of their house is what's special to them. I think again, it's what is special to you, what connects to you, what makes you feel joy, and what makes you feel as a family. And again, everyone's going to celebrate a different holiday too. So be respectful that the way you show up and the way you invite people might not be how they're going to do it. And don't get stressed over that.
All of that. It's true. We've been talking about the same subject in the past couple episodes, but like it just is so important because no matter how much we say this, like there's still going to be people out there that think they have to do all the things and they think that they're comparing themselves and they're seeing everyone else. And like, if you need to get off social media for a little bit, do that. Like if you just want to connect with your people and not be comparing yourself, just do that because it should be a time, like Ashley said, that you're just like coming together and just feeling joy and being thankful. And that's what I want my boys to know that the holidays are about, not necessarily about like getting things and getting presents and doing that. Like that's fun, but what's it really about? So anyway, I love this series. I just think it's so important, and so many women out there and moms, not just moms, but women are just so stressed the holiday season. There's so much going on and so many things that we have to remember, and the kids have so much stuff, and it's very overwhelming, and I get it. And that's why you really have to like pare down if that's what you need to do if you're overwhelmed and just see like what's the most important stuff and just do that.
I think too, like, don't forget it's even though you might be the lead role, like the lead player, the person that's in charge of your group, of your family, of maybe your whoever, right? If you're that person, don't forget that you don't have to take it all in. I know so many times as being the leader, you want to just do it all. You don't. Lean on other people and ask. Maybe you think that like your child needs like this crazy amazing like pancake breakfast because every year you make it they get excited, and then you finally ask them and say, hey, what if we don't do the pancake breakfast this year and we do something different? And they admit to you, oh, I don't care, I never cared, right? Like we think so many times because of how someone reacted that we need to then live up to that expectation to get that reaction every single time. And that's not the truth.
Yeah.
We change, people around us change. Build the holiday around yourself and build the holiday around your family. Ask your friends, ask your family, right? And I think so many times we think, oh, well, it's Christmas Day. I'm going to make a dinner. Everyone's going to show up. But what if now they have 5 dinners they have to show up to? What if instead the best time to do this is the Sunday before Christmas because everyone's available? And that's okay too. It's not the same tradition as everyone else is doing, but that's your tradition. And that's, again, you are Superwoman because you put that together and you were able to realize that let's make this work for everyone. Just like you were saying about Mother's Day, how your mother-in-law does that for Mother's Day. She makes sure that you are able to be home with yourself and take care of yourself. And she creates a day for Mother's Day, a different day. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what this episode's really about is knowing that you don't have to be stressed out this season. You don't need to overthink it. Show up and show up how you can and that you are still Superwoman. And I'm glad that we are talking about holiday season because we are wrapping up. We are going to holiday season. And I know we all have are maybe I would say a good 50% of it's probably a little bit anxious too, right? There might be a new family member you're introducing. There might be like there might be new food you're trying, you might be in a new diet and you can't eat everything you used to eat. There's a new child in the family you're trying to do crafts with, like whatever it is. I don't know, I'm just rambling stuff. Like that's so exciting. Just remember, you're about to create new memories this year, new everything this year. And that's the best part about every holiday season is
Yeah.
that is being able to start fresh and
Yeah.
the best holiday season possible.
I love that. It is like a fresh start, but the holidays. I never really thought of it like that. But yeah, I love that. Every year is a new year to like make it what you want.
And I think so many times we think because the movies show us before Pinterest, before the internet, the movies would show us this like perfect Christmas or this terrible Christmas or whatever it is, Thanksgiving or whatever it is. Like there's never in between. Like, have you noticed that it's either it goes terribly wrong or it's terribly perfect? There's never in between. Just remember, it's okay to have either it's okay to be in the middle. It's okay to not have the perfect Christmas. But it's also your job to make sure it's the best. Or it might not be Christmas, it might be Hanukkah, it might be Thanksgiving, it might be New Year's. Who knows? Okay, I'm done
Woohoo!
rambling.
I got to think about Hanukkah this year. I just realized the other week that it was earlier.
During Thanksgiving, it's like during Christmas almost.
It's like before, isn't it?
Like
It's
right
like
around Christmas.
I think it's the
Like the
14th.
week. Yeah, it's like the week
Aaron's
before.
birthday. Wait, Aaron's birthday is the 14th. It starts on the 15th, December.
I know.
Anyway, December. It's fine. I actually prefer it because then we can like celebrate Hanukkah separately from Christmas and it's like a separation. Anyway. All right. Well, I think this was so successful. If you guys have any other like questions or like you want us to talk about anything or you want to add something, like please tell us what you guys are doing for the holidays. I love hearing about other people are doing and like other people's ideas and I just think it's so fun. And we have our Facebook group. Please come in there, chat with us. Like we want to build a community. That was like our number one goal when we started this podcast is building a community of women that are just, we all do our own thing. We share our ideas without judgment. And I just think that is like the community that I want. Like that's who I'm looking for in life. So anyway, love you guys. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to share this with someone. Don't forget to tell everyone about our podcast. And we will see you next week.
You every Wednesday. Have a great day. Have a good night, or whatever part of day you're up to. And bye bye, y'all. Say bye bye. Bye bye.
Thanks for spending time with us today and being part of our Hermit Haven community.
We hope you enjoyed our cozy chat and are inspired to embrace your inner hermit.
Remember, even in the quiet moments, you're never alone on this journey because we are truly all in this together.
So until next time, stay cozy, stay true to yourself, and keep spreading love wherever you go.
Bye for now.
We'll see you next time.